Hello my dear friends, I hope all are you doing well. Today I bring another new topic for you guys. The China and USA tariffs issue. Explained in simple English, the trade relationship between the United States and China is one of the largest in the world. Both countries buy and sell many products from each other. China sells items like electronics, clothes, and machinery to the United States, while the United States sells airplanes, farm products, and technology to China. For many years, trade between them continued to grow. However, in recent years, a problem developed between the two countries because of something called tariffs. Tariffs are taxes that a government adds to goods that come from other countries. When a country adds a tariff, it makes foreign products more expensive. For example, if the United States adds a tariff on Chinese toys, American people have to pay more money to buy those toys. The purpose of a tariff is usually to protect a country's own businesses by making imported goods more expensive than local goods. Tariffs can also be used to punish other countries or to try to make them change their behavior. The trouble between China and the United States started around 2018. During the presidency of Donald Trump. At that time, the American government believed that China was not trading fairly. American leaders said that China was using unfair methods to grow its economy. They believed China was stealing American ideas and technologies and giving more support to its own companies. The United States also had a big trade deficit with China, meaning it was buying much more from China than it was selling to China. The American government wanted to change this situation. Because of these problems, the United States decided to put tariffs on many goods that it imported from China. These included products like electronics, steel, machinery, and more. In response, China also put tariffs on American goods such as soybeans, cars, and airplanes. This situation where both countries add tariffs to each other's goods is known as a trade war. A trade war is not a real war with weapons, but it can still cause a lot of damage. It can hurt businesses in both countries. When tariffs are high, companies have to pay more money to import goods. This means the prices of many products go up, and people have to pay more. For example, if a company in the United States buys steel from China and there is a high tariff on that steel, the company will pay more and might have to increase prices. This can also lead to job losses if businesses cannot afford the extra cost. During the trade war between the United States and China, many businesses were affected. Farmers in the United States had trouble selling their crops because China was not buying as much. At the same time, factories in China saw a drop in demand from American companies. The global economy also felt the impact, as many countries depend on trade between the United States and China. In January 2020, both countries agreed to a deal known as Phase 1. In this agreement, China promised to buy more American products, including farm goods, and to make changes to how it handles American intellectual property. In return, the United States agreed to reduce some of the tariffs. While this agreement helped reduce some tension, many tariffs remained in place, and the bigger issues between the two countries were not fully solved. After the trade war, both countries have continued to be careful in their trade relationship. The COVID-19 pandemic also changed global trade, making things more difficult. Supply chains were disrupted, and both countries had to focus on public health and economic recovery. Even though the trade war has slowed down, many of the tariffs still exist today. The tariff issue between China and the United States shows how important and complex global trade can be. When two large economies have problems, the effects are felt all over the world. While tariffs can sometimes protect local businesses, they can also make goods more expensive and hurt global cooperation. Today, leaders from both countries are still trying to find better ways to work together and create fair rules for trade. Finding a solution is not easy, but it is important for the future of both economies and the global market. In conclusion, the China-USA tariffs issue started because of disagreements over trade practices and economic fairness. Tariffs were used as a tool to try to fix these problems. But they also caused harm to businesses and people in both countries. Although some steps have been taken to improve the situation, it remains an ongoing issue that needs careful attention from both sides.